everybody. My name is Keita with Keita Joy LLC, your favorite success coach and motivational speaker. And let me tell you something. I love when God talks to me because I don't know about you, but he talks to me in just the weirdest ways. You know, sometimes, of course, it's through his Bible, it's through prayer. Other times he talks to me through friends. He'll talk to me through a sermon, through a talk show that's on TV, or sometimes he'll just whisper something in my ear. What'd you say, God? That's how he works. He's so artistic in his expression and the way he expresses his love to us. And he meets us wherever we are. Some days he knows maybe I'm too tired. When I'm reading that Bible, I'm just not going to get it. He's got to talk to me through a song on the radio. He's got to talk to me through one of my friends. So I love that about God, that he will meet you wherever you are. So I tell you that to tell you that God spoke to me today and he put something on my heart. And I listened. That's one thing I learned is that I will listen. When God talks, I close my mouth and I open up my ears. I want to hear what God has to say. So God talked to me today. And I think today was more of a whisper. Just kind of whispering some great information in my ears. And like I said, I was listening. So God told me today, he said, Keita, you need to create the space in which you want to live. And the reason why this came to be was I was dropping my son off to school this morning, and I almost forgot that I had an appointment for an oil change. Like, I don't know how I forgot. I have a planner and I normally write everything down, but for some reason I forgot. But thank God I'm taking my son to school, and all of a sudden it popped in my head. I was like, oh my goodness, I got an oil change soon. I looked at my watch and I was like, good. I'm still going to be on time for my appointment. And then I was like, oh man, I don't want to go get an oil change. You ever start, having those little temper tantrums, those adult temper tantrums? I'm like, my 4-year-old doesn't even know that I have these adult temper tantrums. But I'm like, I don't want to go. I'd rather work on my business somewhere else. I'd rather be somewhere else. Do you ever feel like I'd rather be anywhere else but here? Do you ever have those moments? Maybe you're at work. Maybe you have to run a certain errand, whatever it is, and you're like, I'd rather be anywhere else except here. And that's how I felt. I said, God, I don't want to be stuck up in the car dealership. I don't like it. Everything about it, the environment, the vibe, it's so boring. I don't know what's up with the Cadillac dealership. I mean, it's very clean, it's efficient, but whoever decorates it, it's just so boring and drab and plain. They have the news up there playing on the TV because I guess, everybody wants to watch the news. I honestly can't stomach too much of it, but it's just, I don't like it. I'd rather be at home. I'd rather be at Starbucks. I'd rather be anywhere else but the car dealership, sitting in this cold room waiting. And then God talked to me and he said, Keita, you are responsible for your experiences. If you don't like the experience that you're about to receive, create a new one. I was like, that's a good point, God. And then he told me again. He's like, well, if it's a good point, Keita, create the space in which you want to live. And I said, you know what, God? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I may be going to a car dealership, but I'm going to turn this experience into a magical moment. And I did just that. Before I went, I made sure I had all my favorite books with me in my purse to read when I got there. I made sure that I had my podcasts and sermons ready on YouTube to listen to. I made sure I had my earphones so I can listen to my favorite Christian music while I was there. I even had one of my favorite journals. It's pink. You see, I like the color pink. And it says ridiculously good ideas. And it's something about every time I look at that phrase, all this creativity just starts churning and moving in my head. And so I made sure I had that journal with me. And all of a sudden, this huge magical party started to manifest itself. And instead of being in this boring, cold room, waiting for Diva to get her oil change, yes, I named my car Diva, I decided that I was going to change the experience. God told me this morning, I am responsible for my experiences. I may not be able to change the location and the circumstance, right? My car needs an oil change, and I'm going to get an oil change because I need to drive. I got a 4-year-old, I got a 2-year-old, I got things to do. I need a car that's working. I got to get an oil change. There's no way around that. But I can change the experience at the dealership. I can create the magical moments in the dealership. I don't have to be at a certain location in order to experience these amazing moments. And that's exactly what I did. And let me tell you, so I had so much fun at the car dealership. The man had to come over. I was so engulfed in everything that I was doing. One of the guys who works there, he had to come and he had to tap me on the shoulder. He's like, "Ma'am, yeah, you're ready to go now." And I was like, oh, time went by so fast. And I thought about that. And I thought about the other times I went to the car dealership and I'm checking my phone, looking at the time again. You ever do that? I'm checking the phone, looking again to see what time it is. Like, could they hurry up? Could they hurry up? And I realized that's because I wasn't taking control of my life. God has given me a brain, a mind, a heart that I can use to glorify Him, that I can use to create creativity, to create magical moments. And I want to encourage all of you today. Your circumstance may not change. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You may not be able to control where you are today. Maybe you're in a job that you don't like. But let me tell you something. Wherever you are, you have control over your perception. You have control over your thoughts. Renew your mind, like God tells us in Romans 12, and see the world the way He sees it, because that's what happened to me. See, before when I was in the car dealership, I was seeing things through my eyes. This time I said, I want to watch life the way God watches life. And I refuse to leave this dealership unchanged. And you're probably thinking, Keita, it's a dealership. It's not that serious. But it is serious. Because I made a decision today, no matter where I am, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to learn. I'm going to grow. That I'm going to enjoy every moment. That my joy is not contingent upon what happens to me. I control my joy. I control my peace. So all of you out there today, create the moments in which you want to live. Create that environment. Experience life the way you want to experience it. And all it takes is you changing your mind. That's it. Change your mind and change your life. I like to say that we are the boss of our mind. Higher thoughts of faith and fire thoughts of fear. You have the power to focus on whatever it is that you want to focus on. And that's exactly what I did. I decided that I was going to focus on positivity, that I was going to focus on connecting to God, listening to God, praying to Him, writing down great ideas for my business, all while I was at the car dealership. And all of a sudden, these feelings of love and warmth and peace surrounded me, all while I was at a car dealership. Love will go wherever you are, long as you let it in. So create those moments today and every day.